This is KVUE News Daybreak.
Good morning to you. A live look outside at Lowe's.
Stop.
A lot of you will be outdoors today. I'm sorry, I just like that.
Nobody would notice unless you pointed it out.
I point it out every time. It's going to be hot today, so if you're going to mow the yard, do it early or late. We're going to check in with Eric on just how hot it's going to be for this Friday.
Well, the heated debate over health care turns to chaos on Capitol Hill. Republicans releasing their new plan, but it's not looking like it will pass. The GOP members who say they're not voting for it.
And there's another big retailer trying to buy Whole Foods, the company going after Amazon, looking to poach their deal. Good Friday morning to you, and thank you for joining us for KVUE News Daybreak. It is now 6 a.m. I'm Brian May.
And I'm Yvonne Nava. You mentioned Lowe's. Maybe you need a fan today because it's going to be a hot one with the temperatures reaching triple digits. Anytime the heat index is above 105 degrees, your body is more susceptible to heat exhaustion. So remember, you have to drink plenty of water. I know we always say it, but you can never drink enough water. Wear cool clothing, and if possible, take breaks in the shade. Or if you don't have to be outside, just don't. Oh, by the way, if you want to stay inside, and now I know where y'all were laughing, Moana is on Netflix. And let me tell you something. That is something you could do and stay cool on the couch.
Absolutely. My daughter was watching it yesterday. I was singing along.
It's so good.
Wonderful show.
As for Moana to be on Netflix, such a good movie, though. Definitely recommend that or any Netflix at all because it's going to be a hot one from Dallas, Austin, down to South Texas, West Texas, under a heat advisory today from 1 p.m. to 8 p.m. We're talking dangerous heat, not only forecasted highs in the triple-digit range, but also it's going to feel close to 110 for a lot of us. We're going to be in the clear for your morning and rush hour commute for this afternoon, though. But again, highs in the triple digits. So lots of heat to talk about. In terms of your feel-like temperatures, everyone is going to feel at least 105, but closer to 110 for a lot. That's because of a south wind is now in place, so that's bumping up the humidity and making it just feel a lot worse than the actual temperature is. We're going to keep a close eye on the thermometer because our forecasted high is 101, but the record high is 103, so really, really close to that. But you guys are going to love this. A cool down is on the way this weekend. Rain and temperatures in the lower 90s. I'll talk about those details later on this morning. As for now, let's take a look at the roads for your Friday morning commute. Things are looking great so far. So no accidents still popping up and traffic is flowing smoothly. If you're commuting this morning, possibly on Mopac traveling south from 45 to downtown, only 14 minutes, 4 minutes from 2222 to Cesar Chavez this morning, and also both areas, northbound and southbound on I-35, Buda to downtown 15 minutes, just a couple minutes longer from Round Rock to downtown. Guys, back to you.
Erica, thank you. 6:02 now, and many people furious this morning after the Senate health care bill was finally revealed yesterday. Protesters flooded Capitol Hill, where Democrats are angry over the secrecy of how the bill was crafted. Even some Republicans expressing skepticism. ABC's Janae Norman reports on why the plan isn't getting the reaction Republicans had hoped for.
The Senate Republican health care bill, drawn up in secrecy and kept under lock and key, finally revealed.
Obamacare is a direct attack on the middle class.
But it was met with chaos on Capitol Hill as angry protesters, many in wheelchairs, argued Americans like them are the ones under attack by the new bill.
The government wants to kill me.
President Trump called the House version of the health care bill, quote, mean, but Democrats say the Senate plan is meaner.
The president said the Senate bill needed heart. The way this bill cuts health care is heartless.
Have enough heart, Mr. President?
Little negotiation, but it's going to be very good.
Under the proposed Senate bill, Americans would no longer be required to have health insurance. They could buy coverage with tax credits based on level of income, and some could end up paying a lot more for less. The Senate bill also proposes major cuts to Medicaid, rolling back Obamacare's expansion. Right now, the program covers 1 out of 5 Americans. Wealthy Americans, on the other hand, come out winners. They get sizable tax cuts.
The only reason these cuts to Medicaid are in this bill at all is to pay for tax cuts to the wealthiest Americans.
The Senate bill would also give states the ability to drop the requirement that insurers cover essential services like maternity care, drug and mental health treatment, and emergency room visits. Their bill allows states to opt out of requiring insurance companies to cover those with pre-existing conditions. Republicans can only afford to lose 2 votes to pass the bill, and at this point, more than that have said they can't support the plan in its current form. Janae Norman, ABC News, Washington.
Well, the mystery is over. Turns out there are no Comey tapes. President Donald Trump said so himself through tweets yesterday. Last month, he tweeted that the former FBI director better hope there were no tapes of their meetings. Well, now the president confirmed there aren't, saying he does not have any such recordings. Congress has been demanding to know if they exist, and if so, they wanted to listen to them.
Today, President Donald Trump will sign a new law aimed at protecting our country's veterans. The VA Accountability Act will make it easier for the organization to fire employees for misconduct. It also offers better protection for whistleblowers who point out problems within the agency.
Well, the Gerald community is on edge because of high fluoride levels in their water. And now other Central Texas cities are worried about their water as well. Out of 45 registered public water sources in Williamson County, these have all been flagged as having fluoride levels near the unsafe range. Chaparral 3, Jonah Water Sud, Weir Waterworks, Green Acres Water Supply, and Wahlberg Water System. Experts say it's important to keep an eye on this information.
And it's 100% to help our teeth. The problem is that when you have fluoride, anybody who drinks it, whether or not it's a baby or a senior citizen or someone who's sick or just a healthy adult, you can't really control how much fluoride that system is intaking.
Well, now some fluoride is good for our dental health. We know that, but high levels, that's not good. That can be bad for those with bone conditions or infants. To find out what the water looks like where you live, search for this story on KVUE.com. Well, the Shoal Creek Trail could be tripling in size very soon. Right now, the trail runs a little more than 3 miles from Lady Bird Lake to 38th Street. But now the Should Creek Conservancy Group is pushing for it to run all the way to the Domain. The goal would be to keep it by the creek whenever possible and move it to streets when private property gets in the way. The City Council will start looking at those proposed plans in February of next year.
6:07 now, and Amazon may have made an offer to buy Whole Foods for nearly $14 billion, but that doesn't close the door to other potential suitors. KVUE's Jay Wallace joins us this morning from the newsroom. And Jay, who else is looking to get in on this?
Yeah, well, Brian, this isn't just another bidder getting in on this. It is a rival powerhouse business looking to jump in on the action. A J.P. Morgan release says Walmart could emerge as a bidder just 1 week after it seemed like Amazon all but had Whole Foods within grasp. And while Walmart and Austin-based store Whole Foods are both in the grocery shopping sector, they appeal to different sections of our country. Walmart, more of a price-valued middle America business, and Whole Foods has built up a foundation of loyal shoppers who prefer all-natural organic foods at higher prices. And for Walmart, this is about more than Whole Foods. It's also about getting involved in the bidding to complicate life for Amazon at the very minimum. And this move by Walmart has left some wondering if we could be hearing about other bidders previously interested coming back onto the scene. Could Kroger try to prevent this deal from happening? Could other more regionally held chains like Albertsons or ShopRite find a way to outbid the monster companies in Walmart or Amazon? All that to say, it looks like the selling of Whole Foods, it isn't just over yet. In the newsroom, Jay Wallace, back to you.
Jay, thanks a lot. This morning, a mobile home is finally on the move again after it was stuck in a ditch for about 2 days in Leander. Austin Home Movers hired to move the mobile home about 4 miles, but the trailer got stuck after some tires fell off and one of his axles snapped in half back on Tuesday. This is on Rock Cliff Road in Leander. Last night, another towing company came in to help out and got that home out of the ditch, finally move it out of the road as well. Right now, they're not sure if high speed had anything to do with that mobile home getting stuck in the first place. Good thing they got it out, because if they were working out there on that today, oh man, it's going to be hot outside. Right, Erica?
Oh boy, that's right. We're talking about a heat advisory in effect for lots of portions of the nation, especially the south and western half of the nation. That includes us here in Austin. Here's what we're waking up to this morning. It's rather sticky and warm out there to kick off your Friday. Dew points in the mid-70s and temperatures at 77 right now, 78 at Camp Mabry. It's a warm start to your day. Here's a look at temperatures across the Lone Star State, lots of activity still east of us. That's because Tropical Depression Cindy is still out there. But in terms of Texas, we're rather quiet and rather warm. Heat advisories in effect today. You're going to feel the heat this afternoon, and those advisories are in place from 1 p.m. to 8 p.m. Those are times we highly recommend you to stay indoors. Limit your outdoor activity time because it's going to be warm. Forecasted highs 101 degrees in Austin. It's going to feel closer to 110 though. We're forecasting the heat index value at 109. A south wind's to blame for that. It's just funneling in lots of humidity and also going to bring in some clouds this afternoon. Aren't going to help you. It's just going to act as a blanket out there. But a cool down's headed our way. Here's your weekend forecast. I think we will take the rain if it means it's cooling down our temperatures. A cold front's going to push through us. Yes, a cool front here in Texas because it's only going to drop us into the 90s, but that's still almost 10 degrees cooler than what we're seeing today. Guys, back to you.
The Brooklyn Nets select Jared Allen from the University of Texas.
Popular pick for the hometown crowd last night. Longhorn freshman Jared Allen drafted in the first round by the Nets. He's the 16th Longhorn to be selected in the NBA's first round. Big man played just one season for UT, but it was a good one. Averaged 13 points and 8 boards a game for Texas last season. Very special night for Allen, also a motivational night.
I mean, everybody has something to prove in this draft, but, you know, this just adds fuel to my fire, and I just want to come out and show that maybe I could have been picked higher.
We'll see what happens. He's only 19 years old. He played at St. Stephen's as a senior, but he's from Round Rock originally. The Nets coaching staff says they're excited to see what this young man can do for their team.
I was watching the beginning of the draft, and I thought it was kind of cute, and it just showed their age when the prospects were helping each other out with their ties and stuff. Yeah. I thought, oh, yeah. This is probably one of the few times that they've, you know, gotten all dressed up. They got a lot of money to dress up now. You know, I think doesn't Jay-Z have part ownership of the Nets? I think so.
Jared going to hang out with Jay-Z now.